I've decided to make the decals for the Defender. I could easily go out and buy these things, they're not that expensive, but I've got all the software and equipment here anyway, so might as well do it myself. This video, I'm not going to explain how I'm doing it. It's if anyone's really interested in how I sort of design these things in the software and use the vinyl cutter and everything, then let me know and I'll do another video. So I'm basically copying the designs that are already out there because I think they look pretty cool. I don't know if there's any sort of copyright on any of these things or not, but I'm not scanning them in and copying them. You know, I'm constructing them from scratch. I will go into a little bit of detail later about how you actually put these decals on the car. It's a bit of an art to get these things on without bubbles. Okay, so I've got the main logo up now, that's looking okay. Just going to put the 90 or the 110 down the bottom. Didn't actually find the correct font for this. I found something that was similar, thought it looked okay. There are premium fonts out there that you can go and buy, but I didn't really fancy spending any money on this, to be honest. And there you go. Skipped a few bits there. Obviously designing that logo takes a lot longer than I've shown there, but it is just for illustration purposes, and I've got a version for 90 and I got a version for the 110. So now we're going to send the logo off to the vinyl cutter software. So that grid there shows the size of my vinyl sheet. So I've got a sheet in there which is 12 inches by 12 inches. Import the designs that you want. You can actually trace around the designs then and send them off to the vinyl cutter. This particular vinyl cutter can cut anything 12 inches wide up to 10 feet long, so it's pretty handy for signs and things like that. Most of the stuff I do tends to be just small decals like this or t-shirts. So I've traced around the logos now. I can now delete the images, and you can just see the outline now. This is going to be sent to the Cameo to cut the vinyl. Okay, move my brew. Your mother's devil. Okay, job done. Okay, this is the transparent transfer sheet that goes over the top of it. The idea is then when you put the decal on, you peel off the backing sheet, the white backing sheet that you can see there, lay it down flat on the surface, squeeze out any bubbles, and then pull the transfer sheet off, leaving the decal hopefully in place. This particular vinyl I'm using here is it's a permanent outdoor vinyl. The adhesion is permanent. It's got a guaranteed outdoor lifespan of at least 5 years. Indoors would be, well, a lot longer. a great vinyl. The only thing with it though obviously is they're a bit more difficult to remove because the adhesion is so much stronger than the temporary sort of indoor vinyls. So these are perfect for your cars and your motorbikes and things. Okay, so I did actually record myself filming this, but it was so windy out there I couldn't actually hear my voice, so I'm talking over now. So you got your decal. I'm just going to experiment by putting it on my disco here, stick it on the window. First thing you need to do is make sure the surface is nice and clean. You know, you can use IPA alcohol or just wipe it down. Just make sure there's no sort of grease or residue on there, and you should be alright. Okay, I'm not spending a long time cleaning this. It's only an experiment, and I'll be removing the decal later anyway. Okay, so the decal's got 3 parts on it. You've got the backing sheet, which is white paper. You've also got the decal itself, which is the black lettering, and then you've also got the transfer tape on top of it. So the first thing you need to do, obviously you need to line it up, decide where you're going to put it, and then sort of start to peel the backing tape off it. Just be careful here, when you're pulling it up, just make sure the decal doesn't come up with it. It's not too bad with these sort of designs, but anything a bit more intricate and it can be a bit of a pain. If the decal does start to come up with the tape, just simply push it back down with your finger, rub over it and then try again. Another thing you want to do as well is when you're peeling it back, keep the tape as flat as you can, don't have it at a steep angle, and do it slowly. I was a bit worried about the arrow bit on this decal, but that stayed, so if that stays I think it all will. Okay, I've got the backing tape off. Turn it over now, line it up wherever you want to put it. It is so windy out. So what you need to do now, put one end down, and then if you've got like a spatula or a scraper or something, or a credit card, just start flattening it down to make sure there's no bubbles. It's usually pretty easy on a flat surface. It gets a bit more interested if it's curved. And then go over it a few times, squeezing it out. Okay, next thing you want to do then is you want to start picking up the transfer tape. Once again, very, very gently, very slowly until you get used to doing these sort of things. Peel the tape up, keep it flat to the ground, keep it slow. And it helps because this particular transfer tape is clear, you can actually see what you're doing. Just make sure as you're pulling it off that it doesn't peel up, bringing the decal with it. Okay, I can see that the little arrow bit there, that's stuck, so that probably means the whole thing's going to be fine now. I know it looks like I'm going really slow there, but it's honestly it's worth taking your time rather than rushing it. And here we go. And obviously in hindsight, I realise you can't actually see that decal because it's a black decal. But I can tell you, it's looking pretty cool. So I think I was telling you now that it's absolutely freezing and I'm going to go inside for a brew. However, when I went in, I weren't happy with leaving this demo like this where you can hardly see the decal. So I went and created a white one. And here I am again, 15 minutes later. Okay, once again, line it up. Obviously you can't see it through there now because it's white. Take the backing tape off, same as before. Ensure it doesn't get blown away in the wind, line it up and then press one end down. Seeing these Defender decals just makes me want to get back in the garage and carry on with my Defender. Haven't done much with it all summer, to be honest. I've been on other projects, but I will be back on it soon. And when it's ready, I'll have some nice, smart, shiny decals for it. I must admit, I'm quite impressed how well these things came out. Probably make a few other designs now. Not sure whether the 90 and 110 on those are a little bit too big in proportion to the wood Defender. Not sure. See, this one was being a little bit of a pain. The white was coming up a little bit. It's quite simple, you just push it back down. As long as you're careful, it'll be fine. Look at that. I think next time when I do a demo like this, I'll actually put it on some bodywork so you can see it a bit better. But that's cracking. I mean, look at that. That is as smart as... I like that. Right, now I'm telling you that I'm definitely going back indoors for a brew because it's still freezing. Anyway, see you soon.